Well, hello there again, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Red Shadow's Favorite Games. And tonight I've got an entry in a very popular game series, Mortal Kombat. In particular, the game that I'm highlighting here is Mortal Kombat Deception. This particular game right here. Hopefully the lighting will be alright. It's late. I almost didn't do any videos tonight because of how late it is, but felt like throwing this one up there. This is my favorite installment in the entire Mortal Kombat lineup of games. And I'm going to show off my Mortal Kombat collection here real quick. So, excuse me. So bear with me a little bit here. This is kind of an oddball one, but this is Midway Arcade Treasures 2 on the PlayStation 2. I don't know how well it'll come up on the video here, but right there, make sure I'm pointing at the right one, it's Mortal Kombat 2 and 3. I don't know that I have anything at all that includes the original Mortal Kombat, unless it's this one right here, and I'm going to feel kind of dumb. Well, okay, yeah, this one does, but this is, I gotta explain something on that anyway. But anyway, Midway Arcade Treasures 2, that kind of has, there was some more light. That kind of has numbers 2 and 3. This copy of Mortal Kombat Deception I have is a special edition premium pack, Mortal Kombat Deception. Inside of it, this opens up like this. And then on one side you have the Mortal Kombat, wow, this is very dark, Deception with the special Sub-Zero cover for the PS2 version. But then on the other side, it's supposed to have, oh, I'm sorry, there's Deception. The other one with the cover, the special cover on it, has additional content, which includes Mortal Kombat 1 Arcade Perfect version. But this copy that I bought on eBay, you're not probably going to be able to see it here very well, but right in there, there's like a crack or something. The seller who sold it on eBay, it wasn't very much. I don't think it was like $8 when you included the shipping charge on top of it, but he claimed that he was selling it for a friend and he didn't know that there was a problem with it. That disc doesn't work. It's completely inaccessible. So all I really did was bought all the cool covers just to have the exact one that I have inside of this, which is the Mortal Kombat collection. But I'll get back to that here in a minute. Anyway, it was just like getting a duplicate copy of my Deception. But I was trying to show my collection here. So that had 1. This has 2 and 3. Then I have on the PlayStation 1, it's the greatest hits version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This is my favorite Mortal Kombat of the two-dimensional, sprites side to side kind of game. Then pretty much the next thing that came out after that was Mortal Kombat 4. Major glare issues. There's Mortal Kombat 4. It was okay. It was the first foray into 3D Mortal Kombat. So whatever. Around about in the same era, you had Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, which was the first of what was going to be a whole series of Mythologies games, but this wasn't really all that great. I don't like it. I didn't get very far into it. I just have this game and some of these others for posterity's sake. Another one that I don't hate this one, but it's not super special or anything. But this is Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Special. A strange, game. It's like I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. Sort of like a fighting game. No, not a fighting game, but like a final fight kind of thing where you can run around and you can beat up other guys, and as opposed to the Sub-Zero game, which is 2D sprites, kind of like the original fighting games, this one's in 3D. My disappointment with this, my letdown was in the magazines when they were advertising this. They were like, "Oh, it's sort of like Tomb Raider, only you're going to play as either Sonya or Jax, and you're going to have more gunplay." But that's the way it was. And then they turned it into this almost isometric kind of viewpoint. I don't know. It was just, it's very, very widely recognized as probably one of the worst Mortal Kombat games, if not the worst. Maybe next to a Sub-Zero. Anyway, that's that. So then we jump into like the PS2 stuff. So I have my copy of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. And the lighting is just horrible on these. And then of course you saw my premium pack, Deception. And in my Mortal Kombat collection box, which is Shaolin Monks, Armageddon, and of course Deception. Deadly Alliance, as I showed before, was the first like PS2, Xbox generation Mortal Kombat game, and it was fine. But by that point, I'd kind of gotten over the whole fighting aspect of these games. I was looking for something more, which is what brought me to Deception. That's Armageddon. It's late, I'm tired. Which brought me to Deception. And really, the whole reason why I like this game so much, why it's one of my favorite games, is something that you can probably barely see right there, but it's what's called Conquest Mode. It's like an adventure mode where you take this character who was a new character introduced in Deception, a new fightable character, and he goes out into several of the realms that are known in the mythology of Mortal Kombat. The Chaos Realm, Earth Realm, of course, and just all, like, I believe there's 6 different major realms, and you get to explore those, and you get to talk to NPCs, which include fighters from Mortal Kombat. And I don't know, every one of the worlds just has such a unique atmosphere to it. It's very dark, it's very gritty, it's very grim. The atmosphere about it is just amazing. And they'll tell you to, some of these NPCs will ask you to do things, to go find somebody, to go fetch this or that. And then as you're wandering around, you'll come across what was called crypt coins, I believe. You earned coins that you could go into the crypt and buy stuff with. Like, there'd be a chest that would take, or I think maybe there were coffins, and they would take, say, 5,000 blue coins. So if you'd collected that many blue coins in Conquest mode and in other modes of the game, but mainly in this mode is what I played, you could go in there and unlock things. Maybe it would be a new costume for a character in the fighting game. Maybe it would be some behind-the-scenes art or a video or something like that. It was really, really cool. But that Conquest thing, it was like somebody had said, let's take Mortal Kombat, let's make some sort of an adventure-style game, but let's do it right, not like this. And it was just an optional mode in this. I loved it. I mean, this game also had chess combat and puzzle combat, but those were just fluff to me. The bread and butter for this game, and the reason why I love Deception so much, is the Conquest mode. One of my favorite things about it is it has a day and night cycle and like a week cycle, Monday through Sunday. And certain coins, NPCs, or even a chest that you can just unlock something in would only spawn at certain times of the day on certain days of the week, or sometimes even like once a month. I don't know, it was a rather elaborate and intricate time system on the Conquest mode for this to unlock things. I don't know, I just thought that was pretty cool. So Deception is my favorite of all these games. I'm going to continue to go through and show some of the rest of these. So I don't know the timing on these. It's 2006, 2005. So okay, Shaolin Monks came out in 2005. Now this gets rated pretty high as an adventure style game set in the Mortal Kombat universe. But it's not the same as Conquest Mode. It's a nice game and I enjoy it, but Conquest Mode blows this one away in my opinion. And then eventually they came out with what would be the last Mortal Kombat game on the PS2 Xbox gen, which was Armageddon, which was sort of like the, and I've neglected to mention this before, but Mortal Kombat Trilogy was the ultimate Mortal Kombat 2D game, because it had just about every character that existed in Mortal Kombat put into one big game where you could fight them all out against one another. Armageddon did that up until the point that this came out in the 3D style of gaming. And it had an expanded Conquest mode. Experience deep story-driven adventures in the enhanced Conquest mode. So I was all ecstatic about this one. Well, its Conquest mode was very linear, I guess, for lack of a better term, and had enclosed areas sort of like Shaolin monks did. So anyway, I was just I was a little put off by all of that. Wanted it to be so much better than it was. So Armageddon kind of let me down a little bit. Well, then we jumped into the, what's now the older gen, PS3 and 360, and they had two Mortal Kombat games. The first one is the only one I don't have in my collection, but I'll get it someday, and that's Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Strange concept to mix Mortal Kombat with DC characters, but that's what they did. And tone down the violence of it. I'm not even sure if it's a mature rated game like most of the rest of these are. It may have been just T for teen. But it just was kind of strange. That's why I guess I've held off on it. I don't feel like I need to rush out there just to be able to take Raiden or Kung Lao or somebody like that and attack Superman or Batman. It just doesn't click for me. But then they had what is essentially Mortal Kombat 9, although it's just called Mortal Kombat, and mine's the PS3 Greatest Hits version, so it's called the Complete Edition, with 4 new additional characters and skins, also only on PlayStation, the ability to fight as Kratos from God of War, which that's pretty cool. The extra characters are Freddy Krueger, Scarlet Rain, and Kenshi. What's sad is, though, I've never played this one. I have not given this one a try. I don't know if it has a conquest mode or if it's just a straight fighting game again. But I had to get it. It kind of completes my collection in a way. But this is still what it all comes down to. Mortal Kombat Deception. The best Mortal Kombat game that there has ever been made, in my opinion. Love the conquest mode. Fighting mode is whatever. Fighting games, I kind of got over fighting games in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Much like I got over racing games and all that. I'm so about the storyline. I'm so about that single player experience that you get from games. I can come back to conquest mode and get lost in it at any time and just have tons of fun with it. So, if you like fighting games, Mortal Kombat offers you all kinds of, versatile options, lots of different games with gameplay style. But if you like an interesting adventure mode that would take you further into the universe of Mortal Kombat, pick up Deception, play the Conquest mode, see if you feel the same way about it as I do. That's Mortal Kombat Deception, another one in my PS2 grouping that I'm doing here. Probably do 1 or 2 more PS2 games before I'm going to start jumping into some other consoles. But thanks a lot for watching. Sorry about the crazy lighting. I should point out that I'm wearing my Llamas with Hat shirt that says Friendship. 2 pals munching on a well-cooked face together. Just wanted to point that out. It's dark. You can't hardly see anything. I'm tired. So, thanks for checking this video out, and we'll see you next time.